Listener discretion is advised.
The opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individuals, and they do not reflect any official view of the United Steelworkers, USW Local 105, or its officers or sub-board members for officers.
Now, from the banks of the mighty Mississippi, this is Steel Revolution.
Sean, are you ready?
I am ready. I've been ready to go.
All right, Grieve, you ready?
Ready.
All right, and hope everybody else is ready for Steel Revolution 79.
79. That's nice.
Yeah.
Getting up there now.
Yep. So we are here to inform the local, pretty much. This is all we've been doing here. Not really, anybody else could listen, but really for the membership here to inform them during these times what's going on around the mill or with our union. So I'm Roy Hutt.
Sean Geisens.
Brad Grieve.
Hi, Brad.
Hey, Sean. How you doing?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Good.
Good.
All right, let's start with an update. The company has not reached out to the union to discuss any type of layoff. It includes voluntary or involuntary with all the rumors that are going around out there. When we hear from them on a date, a number, we will communicate to the membership. We are not hiding anything from the membership. And while we could guess and make a guess on numbers or a date, that would just be another rumor. But I think the membership expects us to give them facts and not just throw out information or guesses or rumors. Until the time when we have an actual number or a date or whatever, everything that I'm being told or that's thrown my way, I'm considering them all rumors. Please give us any salary individual names and their rumors they give you, and I will take it to their boss and ask them if it's true, and we'll figure out what they may be thinking. But as of right now, there's nothing there. We will tell you and inform you no different than we've done in the past through any of the current situations we've been in. Got anything to add on that one, Brad?
No, I mean, that's a fact. I mean, no matter what happens, even when you get a date and numbers, you got a lot of things to talk about, what departments and all that good stuff. And so we will share whatever we know when we know it, and we'll make sure that it's done the way, we'll have our input into what goes on. So, again, hopefully we can keep customers, keep busy, and this economy picks back up.
All right, and news fresh off the presses, Sean.
Yeah, we got a press here.
Yeah. Contract books are being printed. They're currently at the printer. They're being printed as we speak. So for everybody, hear a lot of when are we going to get our contract books? They are at the printer, and the printer's printing them right now. From what I understand or been told, that they are being printed in Pittsburgh, Union Shop. That shop or the printers there were not deemed essential, so they had to close, but now they're, according to what I've been told, they're back up and running and at least printing them. We will let you know when we get them in.
Copy that.
June business meetings are on, so it'll be next Tuesday at the normal times. We will have a limit of 25 members to be at the hall for the meetings, and no food will be provided. And as for any extra options we're going to have for people in case we have to turn people away, we'll be working on that here today and into Monday before the business meetings.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line is the toughest one will be in the morning. The 6:20 meeting going into the 7:20. But we will try to keep the meetings as efficient as possible so that if we do have people waiting, we'll get one group in and get the other group out. So I appreciate everybody's cooperation. If you do have a mask, be appreciated if you would wear them. Have respect for each other, and we'll go from there.
And a reminder, the international convention's been postponed to 2022. The hall remains closed for now. Imagine we're going to have to be talking about what that means for the hall with more stuff reopening and all that stuff in the future. But as of now, it remains closed. So call the hall, make an appointment. We've been opening it up. If people are stopping by, picking up masks, picking up shirts, needing something faxed, whatever, we're still opening up the hall to everybody. But as for just having it open for right now, that's not happening. So call the hall 563-355-1181 and make an appointment to make sure somebody's down here, and we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah, and just so everybody's clear too, we've been getting some calls about hall rentals, but until we figure out what we would need to do and what our liability is, you can't just have a regular cleaning, somebody come in and sweep and mop the floor. We're going to have to, it'd be pretty expensive to get somebody to come in and disinfect wipe everything down. So right now, we're waiting to see what happens, and no hall rentals at this time.
Yep. Other news, there has been grievances filed due to the schedule change. We've asked for 2-week notice for any schedule changes. Like I said, grievances been held in a few departments. Some schedules have improved for the month of June. We will continue to tell the company that reduced hours is not a long-term solution, and that we understand nobody took this job to have a part-time job, which is pretty much, if you're on the reduced schedule, that's what it is. It's a part-time job. At this time in our union's history has pointed out more than a few issues that need to be addressed. Coming from me, it's important to go in there. It's important to work safe. You need to go in there or come out of there, the same way you went in. You need to be safe. The other thing is we need to continue to produce a good product for our customers. Without the customers wanting our product, unfortunately, we wouldn't have any jobs here. So that's also important because we want to be able to ensure that this plant stays in our community. It's good family sustaining jobs with the benefits that we've bargained for. So we must continue to focus on those two things, but also be looking towards next contract and preparing for that. And if there is things that need to be addressed that we've seen through these last few months, they need to be addressed in the next contract.
Yeah, I mean, what Roy says, we come here for a full-time job, but at the same time, we got to remember we get into situations like this, which we've never seen. So we have to be able to work through issues and try and keep everybody working. In the end, the long-term solution, if that's not possible, then we need to address that. And short hours, reduced hours are not a long-term answer, but at the same time, we're over 2 months into this, but we need to look to the future, keep customers, and then figure out what the long-term solutions are.
Still, we're sitting at 10 confirmed positive at the plant. Nothing new. I believe that's been 24 days since the last confirmed positive. Most important, whether you're going to work, wanting to come down to the hall, whatever, if you're sick, stay home. Pick up the phone. If you need to talk to somebody here at the hall, pick up the phone and call. Don't come down here when you're sick. We certainly don't want, everybody down at the hall sick and have a problem of not being able to operate the hall. Same goes for out at the plant. If you're sick, call medical, see what they want you to do, whether or not they want you to come into work or not, and go from there. Most important thing is, we don't want people sick showing up to work or down here. Take care of yourself and your coworkers and your family and all that.
Yeah, Roy, I think April 27th was the last confirmed positive, correct?
I
April
don't.
27th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the last one. So, anyway, hopefully we keep this string going, and we're all taking care of ourselves at home as well as at work.
And as a reminder, we still currently have a COVID policy for attendance and pay. So if you've been affected by COVID and you've been off of work, make sure your attendance, your pay is right. If it's not, make sure you reach out, contact your steward committeeman, or call the hall so we can get that all taken care of. I think we're catching most of them, but there might be a few people that's slipped through the cracks and maybe didn't get what was coming to them. So, like I said, if you think there's an issue, please reach out. On the front of the shared work program, the first group have been entered. I believe it was 2 weeks ago Monday they were entered, or maybe it was a week ago Monday they were entered. Haven't heard anything back from any members getting anything paid. Haven't heard anything back from workforce development through the company, other than they thought there was a few people that didn't have information in, but they did have it, or HR guy said, hey, I've sent that to you, I've got it, and resent it. So as far as I know, everything should be in. If you hear of anything, please call the hall so we know. We can see what you got and what all that entails. Should be receiving a debit card in the mail sent to your home, and then the money will be deposited on that debit card. As for the cleaning, I guess nothing new than what we've been over the last couple of times, except there is another area to get the cleaning solution or disinfectant at rolling in the rolling department west of the ingot tunnel off of the main aisle. There's one there, so if you need something, check out that location if you need bleach water or disinfectant. There are masks at the plant. There should be extra ones, I think. If you need one, ask your supervisor for one, and we currently still have masks at the hall for $3 each. Go back along with the parking lot, of course, would be the southwest parking lot is still roped off, and again, that is, if there happens to be another positive, they will do active screening for 14 days, depending on when that person was there or whatnot. So in the case that there is another positive, there'll be active screening and they'll be going through that parking lot. So just be aware, if you happen to come in and there's a bunch of cars going through there, then it must have triggered the active screening. Let's see here. The other one, of course, we'd mentioned that we brought up the special 401k loans, withdrawals. That's part of the CARES Act. That is in effect. I know it works. If you go to UPoint, you just got to fill out a really short questionnaire, and then, if you fill it out right, you can take advantage of that. So, need any help with that? You can certainly reach out to Arconic for you. If you can't get anything done there, you can feel free to call the hall. And anybody, of course, we've known that the voluntary layoffs are wrapped up. Everybody's back. Check. A lot of people are getting notices for their YSA cards. You got to pay that up to keep on using your card. And also check if you have any deductions coming out for different things, auto insurance or whatever that's extra out of your check. Watch to make sure they're restarted. You may owe some stuff, so you may want to watch for that. It seems like there's a Hyatt Legal Plans is another one from Pittsburgh. What I've been told was they think they'll just restart, but if they don't, I'm still waiting back for verification that it will restart. be on the lookout for that so you can get that squared away. And again, if you need any help, you feel free to call the hall. Also, if you are out on the voluntary layoff, maybe getting papers from Workforce Development requesting you take part in a hearing or a fact-finding hearing for a contested claim. This has either something to do with the Arconic St. Louis coming up for the address or something else that may have happened when you signed up for your unemployment. If you get one, go ahead, take part in the call. The company's not even going to be on the call. They're not contesting anything. Just take part in the call, see what they have to say. Most people said that there was one where it showed that they were on a medical leave during that time, so it questioned whether or not they were able to work, so whether or not they were owed the funds from unemployment. The person got on, said, nope, I've never been on any medical leave ever in my career here. That's just not true. That was it. They were done, moving on. They were fine. So again, if you get one of them, just get on the hearing and go through that. We don't foresee any issues coming out of that hearing. All right, with that, Brad, do you want to give a brief update on what you can for the Medicare Advantage plans?
Yeah, we were on a conference call today with Aon Hewitt and our other steelworker locations to get an update on the Medicare Advantage plan. So what that is looking like, and we'll have to put more details together as we get close. We got four vendors bidding for this. Looks like a lot of good savings there in order to enable us to extend the fund to supplement our premiums. So things are looking well right now. We'll get things framed up tighter here and get more information out, especially to the retirees that are currently on Medicare. So don't see a lot of change on how it will work. But anyway, details to come.
All right, in other steelworker news, Local 9460, Isinta Health, intends to lay off members in Minnesota. That local, I believe, is the biggest local in our district, and we are second. But members last Monday, they had a car caravan. They were picketing Isinta Health's decision to lay off 900 workers during the pandemic. This large healthcare system on the Iron Range that received $42 million in recent CARES Act funds cited canceled elective surgeries as the reason behind the decision, but the local's president said that the move was short-sighted and wrong. As we all know, the surge isn't hit yet for the COVID virus, and when it does, Isinta is going to need our members. That's from Deanna Hughes. So it's crazy to think that there's more healthcare getting laid off, especially now. But good luck to those guys. Wish them the best through that difficult time, and see what happens up there. All right, wrapping it up. Again, make sure you're staying safe. If you need anything, get a hold of your coach. Get a hold of your committee person, your stewards. If you need something, if you can't get anything, make sure you're letting people know. Again, continue to do what you need to do to stay safe out there. Sean.
Roy.
Where can people find us?
You ask me that every episode.
Yeah.
Or podcast. They can find us on Facebook at our Steel Revolution Facebook page, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict for Android devices, iHeartRadio app, the Radio.com app, Lipson's website, Lipson.com, Local's website, the Men's Restroom, And of course, Spotify. And going back to the men's restroom.
I thought you were going to miss Spotify.
No. I put that in last. But you can fill us in on what happens in the men's restroom when the podcast is going. You can listen to us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get a pint glass buy it from Terry and then just put it up against the wall.
Has that ever happened?
No, not that I know of.
But we're in here, so we don't know if it's happened.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Grieve, you got anything else closing?
That should be it. Enjoy the weather today, and we'll see you next time.
All right, and Sean,
Yes, Roy?
don't forget to say something good about your union.
Every day.
All right, and a special birthday for today is the ice cream man Pat Stock's birthday.
Oh, how old is he? Do you know?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter, does it?
No, it doesn't
A
matter.
birthday's a birthday.
Yeah. So,
right.
happy birthday there, Pat. Till next time. Bye.
Steel Revolution is a production of Steelworkers 105, Bettendorf, Iowa.